I'm so glad this shit is over. I went to the gym. I get home, eat me some tuna. I had to go take a massive crap after watching what I just watched, because that's what it was. It was garbage. I just sat here and watched the last episode of Daima, and I know you guys ain't gonna like this, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be blunt with you. This episode sucked. Listen to what I'm about to say. I want you guys to understand why I am saying this. Okay, I'm a straight shooter. I'm not gonna sit here as I adjust my stuff and lie. Okay, I'm a straight shooter. Okay. Goku fought Daima virtually to a tie. Okay. Goku hit this man with a Kamehameha that literally went through the realms. Went through Demon Realm 2, 3, 1. It just went through the realms. That third Oculus Eye kept Daima alive. And then Majin Ku, listen to me. Majin Ku ended up beating Daima. And then they seal him away, kind of like how Master Roshi has the technique. I can't think of the name right now, where he zaps you and puts you in like a fucking, it's like a seal. I can't remember the name because it's been so long since I've seen him use the technique. But you guys know what I'm talking about. It's similar to that. Trapped him in a fucking vase. And made Majin Ku the Demon King, of the Grand Supreme Demon King. But that's not what got me fucked up. Right, it's gonna be brief. I gotta go outside and fix my splash panel on my Mustang. Somebody came loose, maybe going through the car wash or hitting the pothole. 1 or 2. We came loose. I gotta go outside and run that. So I'm gonna be brief. Okay, I'm gonna be really brief. Why the fuck is my camera? There we go. There we go. Listen, Majin Ku became the Supreme Demon King. Nominated Supreme Kai to be his vice Demon King leader. And like a plethora, everybody got promotions, right? Like they all became ministers. Glorio, the king of the third Demon World Canon Rim, his guy became a minister. Like everybody became fucking ministers, right? Neville became a minister. But that's not what got me fucked up. You guys talking about canon? No, this should be a grand side story. Listen up. Understand why I'm getting that. This takes place not that long after Boo. Like literally a few months, a couple of weeks. It ain't that long after Boo. I have to go back and look, but it's not that long. Goku claims. Now understand this. Understand this. Okay? This is where retconning is fucking up shit. Goku told Vegeta said, "You've been holding on me, Kakarot, with the form." And Goku said, "Yeah, I wasn't sure it would work. I've been training hard since Boo, so I wasn't sure it would work." Everybody said that Neville, I guess they heard from Geekdom, had manipulated Goku and awoken his inner strength. All the man did was give him some energy. That's all he, I guess, basically did. So Goku can go ahead and just do Super Saiyan 4. Because he literally called it Super Saiyan 4. So it's official. Right? So Goku claimed he learned the technique before this battle. He wasn't sure it was going to work. But when Neville gave him a second chance and gave him some energy when he first fought Daima, and Daima whooped his ass Super Saiyan 3, when Neville went and I guess sensed that he was holding back the whole time and gave him some energy to help him transform into it, that was the explanation. Now, how is this going to tie into Super? Because Daima takes place before Super. So, if this is canon, because we did see the Supreme Kais from Super in a little cameo when Supreme Kai was explaining the Kais and the realms and their responsibilities, why didn't Goku use the fucking form against Beerus? Goku was training on King Kai planet when Beerus first made his appearance. And you mean to tell me Goku didn't know he had this form? And I understand this came after all this. Daima is something that Toriyama created down the line. But you can't make it canon chronologically now because Goku just explained he always can do the technique. He just wasn't sure it was going to work when he fought. What the fuck? When he fought in the Demon Realm. That's why he wasn't trying to use it. Oh, that's what's going on. Hold on, guys. My stance a little loose. I apologize. That's what's going the fuck on. Let me tighten this fucker up. There we go. Now we shouldn't be moving no more. There we go. I didn't realize it was fucking loose. Looser than a fucking $2 palm night whore trying to get laid. There we go. So anyway, back to what I was getting at. How can you make it canon? How? And then Vegeta claimed his Super Saiyan 3 transformation is kind of like Ultra Vegeta 1. It's not even Super Saiyan 3. He don't want to be called Super Saiyan 3. And then the big fuck you was when they went back to the bug store. The lady that gave him the bug store shit, the pills. And we find out this lady's the reason why the Oculus Eye exists, because she got 2 of them in a fucking base that's been sitting there. And it goes off. The end. We didn't get no Beerus cameo, nothing. If anything's a side story, this is a side story. It literally went the end. If this was going to tie back into Super, they would have had a Beerus cameo. So we didn't get none of that. This was just something that Toriyama wanted to do. That's why there's no manga on it. So this, theoretically, shouldn't be canon. Now, I know you guys, oh, he wrote it. How will it make sense? How does it make sense? This happens before the end of Z. So how would this even make sense? That's why I said the end. Like, this doesn't flow into nothing. This happened. This is a little side story, 20 episodes long. If it was going to flow into Super, we would have seen Beerus. We would have got him waking up going, hey, yo, Super Saiyan God, blah, blah, blah. If they were going to flow into the end of Z, we would have seen something. It would have had a continuation. Like, most times when it's anime like this, it doesn't end with the end. The end means that's it. It's no more. It ended there. It's no more. To me, this isn't canon. I'm sorry. When Goku claimed he could do that technique, that means he could do it with Beerus. You got y'all side story. This is a grand side story. I know Toriyama's dead. This was horrible. The series was getting good, somewhat. And then, like I said last week, the last episode will probably be a fucking failure. And I was right. It's a fucking failure. You can't flow it into Z now because Goku can do Super Saiyan 4. You can't flow it into Super now because Goku claimed he could do Super Saiyan 4 the whole fucking time. So you have to end it. The end. If there's a side story to be told, that is your side story. This shit should have waited to after Super. I'm going to keep saying that. They should have gave Goku them all the forms in Super and then gave you Super Saiyan 4 or something similar as a God technique. I'm going to keep saying that because that makes the most logical sense. Super should have happened after GT at least. And in that way, everything would have made sense. It would have flowed so smoothly. But instead, Toriyama wanted to do something different. So he gave us Super. And then he was like, you know what? I didn't hate GT. I didn't like GT, but it wasn't my GT to tell. So I'm going to give you Daima. And I'm going to fit it here. Right after Boo. Before Super, I'm going to put it right here. And I'm going to give you Super Saiyan 4 for Goku only. I'm going to give you Super Saiyan 3 for Vegeta. That's what the fans want. And I'm not going to floor it back into Super. Because I'm going to make these forms canon in Daima form, right? In the Daima timeline. I'm make it canon. So I can give the fans what they want, even though GT was already canon because it was based on your original story. You signed off on it. You acknowledged that it's existed. You helped. You named the show. You named the franchise. But to get the fanboys they want, which the fanboys really didn't want this, not the majority of people, just like a small collective few, you just made Goku Super Saiyan 4, give Vegeta Super Saiyan 3. Didn't even try to give Vegeta any of them things to ride with Super Saiyan 4. We got no fusions. We was teased about the fusion bugs. This just completed the Majin Buu story. That's it. This basically completed the Majin Buu saga. That's why it picked up immediately after Buu. It basically completed where the margins came from, and that's mainly what it did. It put a lid on Majin Buu. And I still believe in Super, the next arc we get is going to be about Majin Buu. I believe that. Just the way how shit's going. You gave us Cell, you gave us Frieza. I just believe that's what's going to happen. I just believe that's going to happen. I'm going to just leave that at that. Anyway, I'm glad Daima's over because I'm tired of talking about Daima. A 4 out of 10. I'm just going to have to be honest. I thought maybe it'll make at least a 6 out of 10, 7. It's a 4 out of 10. This is something you watch when you just want to get high or drunk and you got nothing on to look at and you're like, you know what? Goku's a kid again. Why the fuck not? That's what Daima is. That's literally what it is. 20 weeks, I lost brain cells. All right. Trying to figure out how is this going to fit in the super, how it doesn't flow. So if anybody tells you this shit flows to super, they're retarded. That goes for Geekdom too, because I'm pretty sure he's going to figure out a way to say this is canon to super because of this. It went the end, so that means there's no continuation of this into that. This is a side story. A side story. Toriyama just needed to fit somewhere so he can give you a side story. If he would have left Super Saiyan 4 Goku out of this and gave us the Beerus cameo at the end and at least gave a fusion in here, maybe a Vegito or a Gogeta, something like that, and then did it to where it flows back to Super, that will be okay. That will just, they fill the void and it flowed back in. You can't do that now. You can't. Goku basically said, yeah, I can do Super Saiyan 4. I just know it's going to work. That's pretty much to let you guys know it ain't canon. And I know Japanese don't care about canon. A guy said it very great in my comment section on the last video. The West doesn't care. Japan doesn't care about fucking Daima. I mean, shit being canon. They just care about revenues and sales. We care chronologically more about it because we want the story to make sense. They don't care. They don't give a fuck what canon is and what not canon. They don't use terms like that. But we do as Americans because chronologically we like shit to make sense. However, everything is canon in Japan. To me, this shit is not canon. I don't care if Toriyama wrote it. That's why I wasn't a manga. Make it make sense. I want you nerds to make it make sense. Because I know somebody, oh, it's canon, no matter what you say. Make it make sense. Chronologically, how would this go to Super if it says the end? Because chronologically, it has to flow. It's bridging the gap. Super takes place after Daima. Daima takes place before Super, but they cut Daima and call it the end with forms that we don't see in Super. And Goku claimed he could do it the whole time before Beerus, but never did it against Beerus. So how can you make that make sense? And also, I just want to say, in Super, the original timeline was erased by Zeno. I want you guys to let that sink in because the original timeline in Z was altered by Trunks because of what he did for Goku, but it wasn't destroyed. That's why things continued in Z, which led to GT. However, the original timeline in Super got destroyed, which means Super, once again, isn't going to end like Z because in Z, the timeline wasn't destroyed. I just want to throw that out there so you guys can still understand that makes Z chronologically canon to GT after Boo. I just want to put that in there so you guys can wrap your heads around that shit. Anyway, that's all I got. I am done. I'm glad it's over. Next week, I have a roast stream coming. There's a lot of people that have been on my radar that I haven't been talking about. Yes, Greg Du said I'm coming for your ass. Yes, Vegan Games, I'm coming for your ass. Emily Reed, I'm coming for your ass. Lizzo, not so much. But there's a lot of people on the roast list because they've been doing a lot of stupid shit. We're going to talk about Elon Musk fucking up the government. A lot of people losing their jobs. A lot of people upset. When the Ku Klux Klan side with black people, it's a serious fucking problem. And you know, there's a lot of shit going on. A lot of people losing jobs. A lot of people committing suicide. I lost a friend here the other day from that. So I'm kind of dealing with that as well. And the guy was a vet. So it's one of those things where, you know, shit happens when people's jobs are being taken left and right without no explanation. So with that being said, big ass roast stream coming next week. I'm gonna aim for Wednesday or Thursday. You guys stay tuned. Till then, I gotta go outside, jack my car, fix my splash pan, and continue the rest of my day. You guys take care. Daima, 4 out of 10. I'm glad it's over with. I know it's Toriyama's last work, but I'm glad it's over with. May he rest in peace. And does that mean now that he's dead, will Super continue to be canon even though he's not writing a story anymore? I want you guys to think about that shit too. Just think about that. Because now it's going to be based on the original story that he told before he died. Now that he's dead, who's going to write that story? Just like GT, it's based on the original adaptation of the original story, right? So that means Super, what was made of it, in order for it to continue, they have to adapt and now tell a story that Toriyama's not telling anymore. I just want you to keep all you guys want to argue with me, just keep all that in mind before you come over here and try to argue with me. Because logic matters, evidence matters, and yeah, evidence doesn't support your headcanon type shit. Anyway, you guys take care, baby. Bunch about Matner. I'm out, guys. Peace.